Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a nice day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over oil, natural gas, and solar, do our daily technical analysis. I'm going to jump right into the charts. Again, please don't use this as advice. It's just my financial opinion. Please do your own due diligence. So here we go. Let's jump in. I'm going to start with WTIC, light crude. And I'm just looking at the candlestick patterns over here and kind of what we're seeing here. And I'll do a quick analysis on this here. I'm going to draw some lines in here. So we've got this kind of resistance line coming through there. And then we've got kind of a broadening structure here. We're kind of coming through here. And I think we're going to have to, here, it did this again here, a broadening structure. Oops. And that's what we're getting in these pullbacks. Broadening structure, and then it breaks out. Broadening structure, breaks out. And I don't know how big this is going to necessarily be, but we're in a small pullback mode right now. And it's being very resilient here. It's not really selling off too much. And then I think what's going to happen is we will break out of this broadening structure, however long it takes, and break to the upside. Here is natural gas. Throwing it in here. And again, we've got kind of this squeezing up going on. If I can draw this right, we can draw it like this. No, not like that. Kind of squeezing up here. We can, maybe if we break, we can move to the upside. It looked like it was trying to break today. But this is a descending, kind of a downward pitched move where we consolidate and move on up. And you can even say that it looks like that there. So that's natural gas. SM Energy, again, what I am seeing in these charts here, I do see a little bit of a bearish tone. And the reason is this guy right there. Right here is where I'm seeing the big down day, and then you've got small little days next to it. Sometimes you get a little bit of a sell-off, or I'm looking for a reversal candlestick to head on higher. That's what I'm looking for. Or a hammer pattern. Hammer pattern looks like this, where it trades throughout the day and then comes back up and closes strong. Here's Centennial Development, and what I'm trying to see here in these charts is we've got this the cup and handle type pattern that broke to the upside. And then I'm looking, is this thing starting to contract upward? Not really. But I think if we can break this resistance line to the upside, we'll see a massive break to the upside, is what I'm looking for over time. Looking at Callon Petroleum. Man, I just want to draw lines on all these things because file new. And what I see here is like this line coming through. There's a lot of resistance there, and it's almost like a massive shoulder, head, shoulder with a massive neckline here. And then you've got a cup and handle pattern. And if this thing breaks, guys, I mean, this thing's going to go massively higher. The projected move of this thing is this. So yeah, that's a massive inverted head and shoulders pattern. So this thing looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic for a rocket launch. And this also exhibits that same shoulder, head, shoulder pattern, and same with SM Energy if I were to back out and do a big picture view of it. Reconnaissance Energy Africa, moving on up. We've broken, let me draw on this guy too. We've got this line coming down here, and we're trying to break through that. We also have this guy here, where it's coming through here, kind of a flag pattern. If we can break to the upside here, I think we'll see a large move. Here's Grand Tierra Energy. You can see the pattern that I see here. It's like that pattern there, and we're coming up there. And we've got like a cup and huge handle that's about to break. Looking at it from a little bit bigger perspective view, here's our big long downtrend trend line that we just broke recently. So we've got multiple patterns here that are developing and ready to break. Here's Northern Oil and Gas. We've got, just looking at this guy, kind of draw this across here. Kind of a shoulder, head, shoulder that we broke out, and we're flagging. And then if this stuff breaks, I think we're going to see a large move higher. So that's Northern Oil and Gas, and that's what I'm seeing there. Crescent point, you can see the shoulder, head, shoulder right there, and the potential break. These things look absolutely ridiculous for potential moves that are just absolutely ridiculous here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Yeah, it's exactly what it's going to do. And we also have this broken downtrend line going across. Everything's looking fantastic. My Lord. Peabody, you can see this is a coal instead of oil. I just kind of threw it in there as an extra one. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It broke to the upside, hit its target. It's coming on back. I would wait to see if this resistance line holds in here and have it contract down before buying in. I know I had some people asking me if they should buy Peabody. I would say not yet. Our coal looks decent. We've got some support kind of through here. If I want to draw on this guy, this is a bit kind of a longer term picture here. What I see here, if you kind of draw this resistance coming through here, you can kind of see that we were coming through here. Big old thing, kind of maybe a shoulder, inverted head and shoulders. If this, I think this came down there like that, and maybe a potential break. So that doesn't look too bad. Looking at tan looks fantastic still. Yeah, we had a pullback. We had a nice little small candlestick with a hammer pattern. Everything's intact still. Nothing's bad with tan. Being a little bit more of a sell-off today, but we have a little wick at the bottom. I think we're still okay looking at it. And here's end phase coming on up. So everything still looks okay at the moment. Sunworks is still in its downtrend. We can draw that in real quick so I can visually show you what it looks like. It's still holding on to this downtrend, but it's a descending wedge that's it's coiling up here, and it's probably going to break to the upside here at any second. So I'd be looking at Sunworks if you guys like, do some research into it. I would be looking for a break to the upside, and you can buy it on that break. Sol looks good. We kind of consolidated down here. We broke to the upside, and we're just coming into some resistance through this area, and we haven't broken through it yet. Sun Power, again, that one looks good too. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure. I think this will resolve its way upward. This is just a consolidation pattern. That's all. So that's what I see on oil. Oil looks absolutely fantastic from a long-term perspective. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a short-term pullback, but man, if we can break to the upside of that broadening wedge pattern, I mean, we're gonna be flying higher. So I still think that we're in an inflationary period. That's what these charts are telling us. The overall inverted head and shoulders on a lot of these oil stocks look absolutely massive. So I think we're going to see a huge move in the future. When is it going to move? Can't tell you the exact timing, but I think it's going to be pretty soon, probably in a month or so, or less. We'll see. But that's what I see, and everything in the energy sector in terms of solar still looks fantastic. So I don't see anything bad there either. So I'd be holding on to all this stuff. No problems. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.